Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock. It's time for another video, and today this has been one of the most anticipated, requested videos for a long time. So many people have asked me to do a follow-up to my close-up case video. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, a couple of years ago, in 2022, I put a video up which was entitled What's in Craig's Close-Up Case, and I literally opened up my close-up case and I took out what was in there. Now, I have to be honest, I have about 3 close-up cases. And I don't know what's in all of them, to be perfectly honest. I pick one up, I go to a gig, and I take out the stuff that I think would work in that particular gig. I change things up a lot of the time. I also, a lot of the time, what I perform is dictated to by if there's something I'm working in for a future project. So, for example, I spent like 6 months working in a Vogue before a Vogue was filmed, because I wanted to make sure it worked in, completely and thoroughly. So the point is, I'm constantly changing my material around. A lot of professional magicians don't do that. A lot of professional magicians, their close-up case remains the same regardless. My close-up case changes all of the time, and it'll change like every 3 or 4 months. And as I say, I've got more than one close-up case. But a lot of people have been asking me to do a follow-up to that video and kind of do like a 2024 What's in Craig's close-up case. So that's what I'm going to do. I did a close-up job yesterday and left my case in the car. I've come to the office today. I have the case down here. So I'm just going to open it up and I'm going to show you everything that's in there. It's going to be a combination of stuff that's been in there for years, some new stuff, some stuff that you might not even be aware of. Now, if you want to see another one of these videos, like I say, I have 3 close-up cases. Things change an awful lot. Let me know. But in this video, I'm literally just going to take out everything that's in my close-up case and talk about it. So, without further ado, let's get to it. This is your 2024 What's in Craig's close-up case. So, let me go and get my case. Here it is. I use a TCC case. All of my cases are TCC. I love the TCC cases. I think they're really good. We're just going to go through and we're going to tell you what's in there. And we are going to have a go. Right, so, first of all, I'm going to tell you right now, this is The System by Michael Murray. I'll be honest, this has not been gigged yet. This is his new poker chip thing that he brought out at Blackpool. You've got the 3 poker chips in here. I'm taking this to gigs because I want to do this, but I haven't worked out a presentation that I'm 100% happy with yet. So it's going to gigs with me, but I'm still working on the presentation. So that's in there because I've only just recently got it and I'm trying to work in what I do with it. Right, there's no magic wallets in here because my magic wallet is my Orphic wallet, which is my everyday wallet. But what is in here is Evoke. I carry Evoke with me all the time, obviously. Now, no, I won't do it at every gig. It very much depends, but Evoke is with me at every single gig. So there we go. We've got Evoke. I'm sure by now everybody knows what Evoke is. Motivational business cards, motivational posters built into playing cards. That allow you to do a bunch of emotive mind reading. Right time, right place. This absolutely kills. So I also have, I'm just going to take all this stuff in order. So next I have 3 pieces of rope. Now, this is the Prop Dog rope. If you don't know, if you're wanting to do fiber optics or Professor's Nightmare or something like that, you want to get rope that doesn't fray. This rope doesn't fray. I've got like probably about 10 of these and they get dirty and I take them back and I get Sarah to wash them and I put another one in and they're all different colours. But I love performing rope magic, especially when I'm doing banquet tables, because rope magic really plays to a big audience. And this is from Prop Dog, and I typically in a close-up job would use this for fiber optics. I love fiber optics, so this is for fiber optics, and typically that would go in my back pocket. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, this is interesting. So I have here Keymaster and Gatekeeper. Now I keep a separate Keymaster and Gatekeeper in my close-up case. I actually have a everyday carry key ring with a bunch of stuff on it, including Gatekeeper and Keymaster, Ignition, a bunch of other stuff, but that's a bit bulky to take round to gigs with me. So I'll typically leave that in the case, but I do want to have Keymaster and Gatekeeper with me. So what I would do is I would open up this, I would take out Keymaster and Gatekeeper, just take a key fob, put it on, put it onto their gig, and then I put it back in its case. I like to keep it nice and safe because I like to keep them in here when I'm not using them. So I don't keep them, I used to keep them on the key fob, And I do, my everyday carry ones I keep on the key fob. But the ones that I take to a gig, I used to keep on a key fob with me and just keep it in the case. But I ended up getting the keys really dirty and I had to use Brasso, so now I just keep them in here. But Keymaster and Gatekeeper are brilliant. It's one of the first things I ever come up with. It's something that I perform all of the time. A lot of the time I'll do Gatekeeper on its own. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'll go to a gig and I won't even take Keymaster out. I'll just do Gatekeeper. Other times I'll take Keymaster and I won't do Gatekeeper, and other times I'll do both of them. But this is perfect for walk around. I typically don't do this in banquet, but walk around, this is absolutely killer. Okay, so now we've got ED seat, as you can see. ED seat. I'm sure you guys know my ED seat routine that came out with Murphy's last year. I love ED seat. It goes into my wallet. I have one in my regular wallet, but I always keep a spare of ED seat. It doesn't take up hardly any space, so I always have that in the case. And as you can see, these have been worked in, which is how they should look. You know, they've been all creased and they look like receipts, which is absolutely perfect. So I always keep a spare ED seat with me. It doesn't take up hardly any space in the case. So we've got ED seat. A lot of stuff of this is mine, obviously, but not everything. So now we have the newest addition to my case. I raved about this on a recent mat test, and this is Chroma by Mark Lemon. This allows you to have somebody think of a number, and using the Stroop test style presentation, not a number, sorry, you have somebody think of a color, and using a Stroop test style presentation, you're able to know immediately the color they're thinking of. This is good, man. This is really, really good. And again, I keep it in my case and I pop it into my wallet. I've actually got a couple of these now. This one, and I've got another one. I've got one in my everyday wallet. I've got a couple of Orphic wallets. I've got one Orphic wallet that is like my everyday wallet, and it's got a bunch of stuff in there. But I've got another Orphic wallet as well that I try to keep separate for gigs, and it's got different stuff in it. And if I get to a gig and I'm using that Orphic wallet, I will put this in there because it's not in there. So, but this is one of the newest things that's gone into my repertoire. I think this is one of the best tricks of the year. Honestly, I really do. So now we have a wow. Anybody who knows, is this a blank wow? Yeah, this is a blank wow. So we've got a blank wow here. I'm working on a lot of stuff with blank wow at the moment. Everybody knows that I love wow, but I'm working on a bunch of material with the blank wow. So this is a blank wow. I've done a hows and whys of the wow in the past, so you can go and see that. There's so much you can do with this. There is so much you can do with a wow. So this is the wow gimmick by Masuda. That would typically go into like a top pocket or something like that. And we continue. So what do we have here? Oh, we've got my favorite opener now, which is Petty Cash. So Petty Cash is something that came out at the Blackpool Magic Convention 2023. It's a very simple bank night where they get a chance to win money. The money is in there. This is something that I love doing. I love doing, if I'm doing kind of more of a mentalism set, I like to adapt what I do. But at your typical gig, I'll adapt what I do to the group of people that I go up to. So if I go up to a group of people and they go, I'm really into Dynamo, I do this sort of hardcore visual magic that I know that those people would start like. If I kind of go up to people and the kind of, it feels like they gravitate more towards mentalism, I'll do mentalism. So I'll be doing stuff like Chroma, I'll be doing stuff like ED Seat, Evoke obviously, but this is a lot of the time, this is how I open a mentalism set, because I just love the, you know, hey, I'm going to give you a chance to win some money. It's very quick and it's very visual, it's very colorful, you can see it from a distance. And it's a great presentation. So if you don't know that, that's Petty Cash. That's another one of mine. Okay, interesting. So this is, and I don't think I've ever talked about this before, this is something that I use a lot if I'm doing mentalism and I'm going up to a table and I'm doing mentalism and I want to do something quick to start with to also break the ice. So I put this on the net tricks. This is basically an idea of a way to use Phil Smith's Quintaforce from the Codex. And what it is basically is, I called it impromptu, I think I called it impromptu bank night on the net tricks. And basic, so if you're a net tricks customer, look up impromptu bank night. Basically what it is it's 5 cards. And I've written prizes on the other side. So you've got one, so let me see, you've got a brand new car, a brand new iPhone and iPad, all expenses paid trip to Sydney, Australia, £1 million, and one free card trick. So what I do is when I'm opening, and the one with my, I don't know if you can tell, the one free card trick is marked. I've filled in the circle in the middle of the back of the card. So I go up and I say, hey, I've got five. I want to give you a chance to win a prize. Before we start, there's absolutely no ambiguity here. I'm going to give you a chance to win a prize. All 5 of these aren't playing cards, they're blank, and I've written prizes on them. Can you do me a favor and shuffle these? Now in a second, you sir, you're going to take these and you're going to pick one, and it's going to be completely at random. Whichever one you pick, you're going to get the prize. And then I lay them out, or if I'm doing this walk around, because I've not talked about this before, but you can do Quinta walk around very, very easily by just fanning the cards out like this. And I'll say name a number from say, 10 to 50, and let's say they say 16. I go 16, are you sure? And they go yeah, and you go okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. That's this one right here, and I get them to hold it without looking at it, and I say, look, let's look at what you could have won. You could have won a brand new iPhone and iPad. That wouldn't have been bad. You could have won £1 million. That would have been good. You could have won a brand new car, or you could have won an all expensive paid trip to Sydney, Australia. But you didn't win any of those. You won this, and you won one free card trick. There you go. One free card trick. It's exciting. I told you you'd win a prize every time. Are you ready for the card trick? And then I kind of go into the card trick, and it's a great opener because it's a really funny way of kind of establishing yourself. It also shows that you're only going to do one trick. So that's on the net tricks, but it's the impromptu bank night. So there you go. That's what I use that for. Whew. So this is another new addition to my set. If it's what I think it is, yes it is. It's another new addition to my set. This is Second Thoughts by Mark Mason and Gaz Lawrence. I got this at Blackpool. This is amazing. So basically, you give the cards to the spectator to shuffle. If you don't know about this, I think this is brilliant. You give the cards to the spectator to shuffle. You have them touch a card. When they touch a card, you have them look at the card and remember it. In this case, it's the Ace of Spades. You then have them shuffle the card back into the pack. So they do. And you say to them, look, I don't want to know what the card is. Just tell me, is it a red card or a black card? And they say it's a black card. And you go, okay, you name a red card. And let's say they say the 7 of diamonds, for example. And you go, brilliant. The 7 of diamonds, cool. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to try and find your card. And you go through and you say, I think I've got it. Your card was, sorry, don't do it that way. Your card was this card right here. Your card was the Ace of Spades, is that right? And they say yes, and you go, brilliant. And you put it on their hand, and you say, now you could have named any card, but you named the 7 of spades, 7 of diamonds, right? Look at the fine print, and the fine print says at the bottom, you will pick the 7 of diamonds. And then you just put it back on top of the deck, and it's reset. That is a goodie. I love that. So that's great for walk around. That one is. What else we got? Oh my gosh. Right. Okay. We've got this. Don't know what this is. Bear with me. We'll find out together. Okay. Yeah. So this is Inverto. So if you don't know Inverto, these are the gimmicks that you need for Inverto. I'm loving Inverto. I'm having a blast with Inverto. This is a new trick through Penguin. These are the refills for it. Inverto is amazing. So, that's Inverto right there. That's something I'll have like 3 or 4 of those in a pocket so I can reset it every single time because I tend to use a regular red deck. Let's take out the cards first. There's a whole bunch of cards. So first of all, we have an Elysian Duet, a blue Elysian Duet. Now these are Phil Smith's new cards. This has got an incredible marking system. It's an extension of the DMCs. I think it's the best marked deck in the world. It's called the Elysian Duets, and I use a lot of mem deck work. This is also marked, so you don't just get the card, you also get the stack number. I use this all of the time for mem deck work. People ask me, what deck do you use for mem decks? This, the Elysian Duet. That is specifically used for mem deck. If I get to a gig and I feel like doing some mem deck stuff, this is the deck you're going to see. If you see me with a mem deck, if you see me with a blue pack of Elysian Duets, you know I'm doing stuff with a mem deck. All right, so then I have 2 Cube 52 decks, 1 in stack, 1 not in stack. And I'll pick one. I would never use both of them, but I have 2 Cube 52 decks. At this point, anybody who's watching this channel knows what Cube 52 is, but I have Cube 52, 2 of them. And obviously, I have a cube. Now, this is an RD regular. This is a Henry Harris cube, really, really nice cube. That's obviously used with Cube 52. Let's go through more of these. We've got a blue deck here. What is this? Let's find out together, shall we? Oh, this is just a regular blue deck. So yeah, it's a regular blue deck. Yeah, it's a regular blue deck. I like to carry regular decks around with me, just in case. So this is a regular blue deck of cards. Perfect. Nothing special about that. Mind blocks. Love mind blocks. Absolutely love mind blocks. This is mind blocks, and if you, the main routine I do walk around is the one where the force cards are set up above the other cards, so that I can go into that. So that's mind blocks. I don't need to explain that either to you. And typically, I'll either use mind blocks or I'll use evoke. I won't use both. I'll use one or the other. I'll take them both and I'll figure out which one I'm going to do based on the gig. But that is mind blocks, obviously. Nobody will be any surprised to see this. This is the Magic Button project. These are all the refills from the Magic Button. So I've got refills because obviously I get through about 7 or 8 of those of every gig. A regular red deck of playing cards. That's important because I use a lot of red deck. I prefer red decks to blue decks. This is my working deck. You can see that because it's got the Magic Button card in it. That is my working deck. Because it's got Magic Button in it. Okay, so that is my working deck. This is my other working deck. I'll pick Magic Button or this. I'm doing this an awful lot at the moment. So if you were watching my lecture at the Alon Society, or you're a member of the Netrix, you'll know the card through cellophane routine that I'm doing an awful lot of at the moment, where the card penetrates up through the cellophane. That's for this. So both of these are regular decks. This is set up for the card through cellophane that you can learn from the Netrix. This, I imagine, will be set up for Magic Button, unless I didn't reset it. Yes, it is. There you go. Anyone who knows the Magic Button setup, this is set up for Magic Button. So this is Magic Button. That's card through cellophane. Bada boom, bada bing. What's this? Oh, shit. Okay, this is cool. This is from the Visible project. Oh, it says there. It's a time prediction. So the idea is that you use this as, this is really cool. So you give this to someone to hold on to, and you say that, look, if you want to learn this, it's on my Visible project, because this is a routine with an invisible deck. So you give the deck of cards to somebody, and you say, look, hold on to that for me. On the way here, I actually had a premonition. And it was a premonition about you. And it was so vivid that I wrote something on the back of one card and I turned it around. I had nothing else to write on. So there's one card turned over in this deck and I've written something on the back of it. I then say to somebody else, but actually I say to the same person, this is a premonition about you, so this is all to do with time. I want to imagine that you wake up in bed and you check your phone and you look at the time. I want you to tell me what that time is. First of all, what hour is it? Now, it doesn't have to be early in the morning. It can be any time. Let's say 6 o'clock, and you go, brilliant. Now, is it bang on 6 o'clock, or is it quarter past, or is it half past, or maybe it's 6:45? What is it? Let's say it's, I don't know, 6:15, right? 6:15. Well, let's say, I don't know, 6:45, whatever, it doesn't really matter. You've got your regular deck in play as well, and you have them pick a card, and it's going to be the 6 of diamonds, trust me. They take the cards back that they've shuffled, and you get them to pick a card, it'll be the 6 of diamonds. And then you say, okay, interesting, 6 of diamonds, that's really cool. We'll get back to that in a minute. And you say, do you remember that I told you I've turned one card over in this deck and one card only? You can see what the card is. I actually wrote on there 6:45, the time you named. How amazing is that? Because the thing I didn't tell you is that I wrote it on the back of a card, and the card is the 6 of diamonds. And then you just put that back in there and you are reset. I love that trick. Time prediction, that's from the Visible project. So if you like that, Visible, boom. Another new addition that we've got here is kids cards. This is the 2024 version from Richard Pinner. I've told you how amazing this is. This is a great trick. Use this an awful lot. We don't need to talk about that at all, really, because we all know what kids cards is. We've got another deck of cards here, and I have no idea what it is, so let's have a look. Is this what I think it is? Oh, God. John Jepp, George Clooney. Yeah, this is... this is another routine. I can't show you this, unfortunately. This is a really kick-ass routine from the Svengali project. Coming soon, by the way. The Svengali project from Alakazam. That'll be coming soon. That's from the Svengali project. That's all I'm telling you. Oh, this is an extractor 2. So this is an extractor 2. That's why I can't pull the cards out. This is an extractor 2. So this goes with the regular blue deck. But this is an extractor 2. Anybody who knows the extractor and knows my work knows that I absolutely love the extractor. Right, moving on. What do we have? We've got rid of all of the playing cards now. No, we haven't. We've got one more deck of cards. This is one of my favourite things. If you watch my What Did I Like at Blackpool Magic Convention 2024, you'll know that the trick of the year was Bricked. Well, this is Bricked by Drew Perry. I love this. I'm working this a hell of a lot at the moment. Bricked is amazing. I'm going to put Bricked over there. Stay there, Bricked. Thank you very much. If you don't know what this is, by the way, this is basically a deck of cards. Peter Nardi might not want me to show this, but you know what? Stuff him. So, this is a deck of cards, obviously, that are designed, and the box is a bit wrecked, there we go. It's designed to look like a Lego deck, as you can see. It's designed, and all of the court cards are Lego characters. It's really awesome. But the other thing that you get with Bricked, as well as that, is... really sort this case. The other thing that you get is you get an Omnideck style thing made out of Lego. So you can, in essence, you can take a real Lego deck and turn it into real Lego. And the reactions, if you, when this thing drops, and it is dropping soon, and you look at the trailer, you'll see the live performances were got by me. I was honoured to be on the live performances. And I was actually on the tutorial with Drew as well, but the live performances were shot by me. And we had people running away, man. We had people running away from this trick. This was so good. So that is Bricked by Drew Perry. That will go over there. That's all the card stuff. Right, now we're on to the other stuff. Okay, so what is this? This is... we're going back in time a little bit here, but this is a stockholder wallet by Greg Wilson. This is still, to this day, what I think is the best wallet to do out to lunch. It's basically a business card wallet. And you've got this really nice band here to do out to lunch. I do a lot of stuff with out to lunch. Anyone who knows my work, or if you're a member of the Netrix, you'll know I do a lot with out to lunch. This is still the best way of doing out to lunch that I've ever found. So that's Stockholder Wallet by the legend himself, Mr. Greg Wilson. Woof! Okay, so then you've got this. This is one of my favourite EDCs. If you don't know what this is Flip Balm by Seth Race. I do Flip Balm all the time. I do the transpo routine that I taught on the project. So I was lucky enough to be a part of the project with Flip Balm. If you don't know Flip Balm, you can get it from Penguin Magic. It's or from Magic TV. We sell it. I love it so much, even though it's not my product. We sell it on Magic TV because I do it all the time. And I love that it just takes up no pocket space. It's just in my pocket, and I've got this killer transposition that I can do anytime, anywhere. I think it's one of Seth's best tricks, in my opinion. Then we've got a quiver wallet. Now this one is set up. If you know my work, again, you'll know that I do a card and coin transpo with a quiver. Well, this is the wallet, this is the quiver that I use for the card and coin transpo. So there's 2 coins in there, and in the other side there is a folded up red card. Also, I have a folded up blue card here as well, so that when I'm getting to a gig, I can do the blue card or the red card. I can go into either one depending on the deck that I'm using. So I've got a blue card and a red card. That is for that is literally the only use of this is for the card and coin transfer, which I think is one of the best walk around tricks you can do. But I do an awful lot with quiver, which is why I have a spare quiver in there as well. So I have more than one quiver. Always have spares, that's important. For those of you that know my body of work, you will know that I do an awful lot of stuff with 8 balls. So I have 2 8 balls here. This one here is David Penn's magnetic 8 ball. This is just a regular 8 ball. But I have 2 8 balls, and another relatively new addition to the family is the reimagining of Wayne Fox's 8 ball routine where he squashed the 8 ball. This is great. So I have in here 2 8 balls, and I have Wayne Fox's squashed 8 ball. That illusion is amazing. So you just have this, you have this here, you've finished your thing, you do your switch, and you show the 8 ball, get into the right position. Here you go. There you go. You show the 8 ball, you do the switch on the offbeat. I think that just looks amazing. I really do think that looks so good. So, what else we got? This and this goes together. So what I have here is I have the gimmicks that I need for Charming Chinese Challenge by Troy Hooser, which is one of the best tricks of all time. That is my ribbon. That is my coins in their little sack. And there's a shell on these as well. This is the TCC thing. The shell is on there as well. A lot of the time I'm not going to use the shell. I'm just going to do Charming Chinese Challenge, but the shell's there if I want to then go into something else like a coins across using the same coins. Here is a knife. It's a normal flick knife, but anybody who, okay, it's not out yet, but I've got a Mirage deck project and I do a card stab on there, which is super commercial and brings the house down. This is the knife I use for the card stab. I got this from Amazon. It's the perfect knife for the card stab routine, so look out for the Mirage deck project. That's on there. This is for a trick called Thud, which is kind of an underground trick of mine. I've been doing it for several years. I've taught it a couple of people. I've taught it to Alex Foden. I've taught it to Nemid Phoenix, but very few people. This is for Thud. It's really, really great, but it's basically a ball bearing. A lot of people will know that I do a lot of stuff with ball bearings. That's one of the routines that I do an awful lot of. We also have here a keto box. This is actually a Boston box, but there's no coin in the Boston box because I use that as a holdout, and there should be 5 coins in here. There's 4. Shit. Oh dear. There'll be a 5th coin. Ah, there it is. It escaped me. Yeah, 5 coins inside there. That is my, I do a lot of work with Boston boxes and Akito boxes. I do walk around, I do table routines. So many people don't do this, and I've been on the net tricks recently teaching some of the stuff that you can do with this. It's incredible. So I do that an awful lot. So and those coins in there are 1964 Kennedy $half, and they live in there specifically for routines with that box. What else have we got? We have over here, I'm going to show you everything, but I want to bring them out in order. This is just a mini cube that I sometimes use for cube work. It's just a normal Rubik's Cube. There's nothing special about it. I have here a thumb tip with a £20 note in it, folded up, ready for the bill switch, because I do a bill switch routine with a £20 note. Never been published, but it's really good. You use a borrowed bill. This is Apparition. So if you know Apparition, that is Apparition right there. Apparition is amazing. You've got this. This is Seth's Capsize. Again, Seth races Capsize. I love Capsize. I was on the project. These are the new ones that Penguin have just made. They work so much better. These are great. So Capsize, it's a bottle cap slot box, basically. Go look at Capsize on Magic TV. You'll see a bunch of stuff with it. Oh, go back in there. This is Grandma's Miracle from TCC, which again is for me one of the most perfect walk around tricks that you've ever seen. TCC, Grandma's Miracle, 3 see-through beads penetrate through 2 velvet cords. Beautiful routine, absolutely beautiful. I have 2 sponge balls. I don't do sponge balls very often, but when I do, I'm going to be using these 2. I don't use more than 2, but these are 2 sponge balls. I do like my sponge balls, as you guys know, but I don't use them very often. This is a key fob, and I've got my karate coin on there. That's a 1964 Kennedy karate coin. And the reason I use this is I use a lot of 1964s when I'm performing, if I'm doing $half. And I will typically, I love using karate coin. So I've got a ton of work on the karate coin that's never been published, but that's that. I have a spare blank key here for an unpublished Keymaster routine that at some point will see the light of day. Now, here, inside this, it looks like there's a bunch of random coins. As you can see, this is not a bunch of random coins. What I have inside here is Nightshade and Mirage. So Nightshade and Mirage are kept in here, and then I will take out from there what I need for the gig, whether it's Nightshade or it's Mirage. Again, it depends on a gig by gig basis, but I have Nightshade and I have Mirage in there. Here are random gaffed coins that are set up to match the 1964 Kennedy half. So this is a 3cm by James Schoolcraft. This is a 3cm. We got a flipper here. Yeah, that's a flipper. We have another flipper that I need to fix that broke. So we've got two flippers. We have, what's this? A shell. We have a normal shell. We have a copper silver. So that's what they are. They're random gimmicks that I use that match the 1964. And I know that they're all in there. And if I want to do a particular coin routine, I'll go in there and I'll take out the coin that I need, because typically I'll have the coins loose in my pocket. Here I have a Sharpie marker. This is this what I think it is? Is this what I think it is? Yeah. It might not be. It might be. I don't know. I don't know what this is, frankly. I thought this was the new Alex Monsters Magic, but it's not. I've got that at home. This looks like just a coin purse to me. I don't know. I don't know how they got in there. No idea. But this I do know. This here is... This is how important Charming Chinese Challenge is for me. I've got a second Charming Chinese Challenge. This is the original one from Vanishing Ink. So I have two Charming Chinese Challenge. Here's a gatekeeper. I have a spare gatekeeper. Coin purse. Somebody should do a coin purse routine one day, a coin purse project. I'm sure I need to speak to Alexander about this. Now, I do a lot of stuff with dollars. In here, I've got Nightshade and Mirage. So a lot of the time, if I'm doing coin work, I'll be going in there and I'll be getting the stuff in here that I need to do Nightshade and Mirage. 90% of the time, Nightshade and Mirage is what comes with me. Here, I have regular silver dollars. So these are all regular silver dollars, regular copper silver dollars. In both of these, this is where I keep my copper, my silver dollar props. Now these are actually made by Ronald Davis. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But all of my silver, basically every coin gaff you could possibly want made out of silver dollars is in here. We've got flippers, we've got double-sided coins, we've got hopping half-star sun and moon coins, we've got everything you could imagine, including a really nice, I'm pretty sure it's in here. Yeah, there it is, including a really nice finger gimlet karate coin, because I do an awful lot with karate coin, as I said. So all of that is in there. Those are all of my dollar gimmicks. Right. Then I have this and this. I can't really show you this and this, but so this is something that's coming out through Murphy's in the not too distant future. It's a poker chip thing, right? Okay, I'm not allowed to show you what this is. I can show you the poker chips. There you go. Here's one of the poker chips. You get 3 poker chips with this. Anybody who was at Blackpool will know that I was showing this around at Blackpool and frying people with it. This is this, and the other thing that I've hidden behind the case is coming from Murphy's probably within the next 3 to 6 months, and it's killer. Okay, so that's all you need to know about that. This is a Jumbo Sharpie. I do a lot of stuff with the Jumbo Sharpie, and I love the Jumbo Sharpie, so that's one of my favourite things to carry around with me. I've got this. Now this is basically for a prediction with a Rubik's Cube. I don't do it all the time, but I like to have it on there with me. And I have a random collection of $half. These are important to me. Oh, not $half, sorry. There goes that. I have a random collection of Sharpies. So I have a lot of Sharpies that are with me the whole time. This is for David Jonathan's Shortcuts project. I can't remember what it's called, but I love some of them. The movie prediction especially. I carry this around all the time just to do that. I also have more purse frames. I'm working on purse frames an awful lot at the moment. The purse frames, I have a lot of purse frames. Anybody who's a worker will recognize this. This is the MacBook Pro Mini by our friends at Trick Boom. I need to get another one of these because the little Apple logo came off. So that's why it's not actually being used at the moment. The refills are at home. I need to get another Apple logo on there. More Sharpies. You can never have enough Sharpies. Trust me, you can never have enough Sharpies. I'm telling you right now. What else we got? We got, this is a friction pen, because you know I do a lot of friction pen stuff. This is really nice. This is the perfect size ring for my ring and string routine. So this goes with the rope that just fell on the floor. A lot of the time, if I'm not doing fiber optics, I will do either my own ring and string my own ring and rope routine, or I'll do the David Williamson ring and rope routine, or Hyperring by Richard Sanders, one of the three. But I'll always do one of those. Another purse frame. I'm obsessed with purse frames, as you can see. What else we got? We got more friction pen stuff. This is for random friction pen routines that I'm not going to go into. This is the Perfect pen. So by John Cornelius, the Perfect pen that Murphy's put out. It's the best pen through anything you'll ever see. This, oh my God, Craig's got an illusionist trick with him. Yes, I have. This is the Vanishing AirPods. Roy Barnes created it, and it got put out through Illusionist. I'll be honest, I don't do that, but I had an idea with it that I thought would be really cool, because I am doing a lot of AirPod stuff at the moment, so I had an idea with it. So I put it in my case to try it out. Ended up not working, so I'm going to take it out, but it's in there right now. I also have, what else have I got? I've got some American Money. That's for a prediction routine that is going on the Netric soon. And I have these. These I can't really show you. They look like Nintendo Switch cartridges, but they're not. This is for something coming out with Penguin very soon. Interestingly, this is the original prototypes. When they were originally 3D printed, now they're injection molded, and I've got the actual. They're sitting on my desk. I've actually got the injection molded version. This is what I use to film the project with, though. So look for that coming soon. And I have another one of these because I'm working on this poker chip thing an awful lot at the moment. I've got another set of those poker chips that I showed you. Because that's what I mean. You know, a lot of the time when I'm working on stuff, it's probably going to be something that's going to be coming out in the next few months. I have this, which is for the collusion ring set, and I have the ring and I have the coin in there as well. I love that. I've talked about that an awful lot. And then finally, there is one more deck of cards in here, but if I showed anybody even the box, I would be killed. All I can say is it is the sequel to the best-selling trick that I ever bought out about 3 years ago, and it's coming very, very soon. And I'm not even allowed to show you anything because Murphy's, I'm pretty sure, would fire me on the spot. But if you know my body of work and you're aware of something I put out a little while ago with blank cards, then you'll be very interested in what's left in this box. I'm not going to show you. And that's it. That is what's in my close-up case. I carry a lot of stuff around with me, don't I? That's what's in this close-up case. But I have two others. We could do this with another one if you wanted me to. But right now, that's what's in this close-up. So there you go, guys. That is what is in my close-up case 2024 edition. As of March 2024, that's in my close-up case. Now, it's over to you. Do you want to see my other two close-up cases? Would you be interested in seeing another one of these videos like this with a completely different close-up case? Let me know in the description down below. And what other videos would you like to see? Would you like to see inside my warehouse? Would you like to see inside my cabaret case? Would you like to see inside my kids show case? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget, if you want to join the Netrics, you can go and do so by going to www.thenetrics.com. Go and see what all the fuss is about, why so many people are signing up right now. We are at record numbers, and it is amazing. For every single member of the Netrics, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. But yeah, it's another video in the bag. Thank you so much. I will see you again soon. My name's Craig from Magic TV.